Welcome back, everyone, to our second episode of Season 7 of the Truth and Freedom podcast, where awakening begins with asking the question most people are afraid to ask. I'm your host, Dr. Dan Amzalag, and this is not just another podcast. This is a journey into awareness, courage, and truth. Now, we're living in the most connected era in human history, yet millions of people feel profoundly alone. We can send a message across the world in seconds. We can see snapshots of other people's lives all day long. We can gather hundreds or even thousands of followers. And still, many people go to bed feeling unseen, unheard, and disconnected. How is that possible? Well, because connection and contact are not the same thing. Being surrounded by people does not guarantee belonging. Receiving messages does not guarantee understanding. Having followers does not guarantee friendship. Now, at the deepest level, every human being longs for something simple and powerful. We want to know that we matter. We want to know that someone sees us for who we truly are and chooses to stay. Loneliness is not merely the absence of people. It is the absence of meaningful connections. And if you have experienced that emptiness, you know how heavy it can feel. Loneliness can whisper dangerous lies. It can tell you that you're forgotten. It can tell you that no one understands you. It can tell you that reaching out will not make any difference at all. But those lies are not the truth. The truth is that your presence matters more than you realize. Your story has value. Your voice carries significance. And there are people whose lives will be brighter because you chose to show up authentically. Now, sometimes the world conditions us to hide. We hide our struggles to appear strong. We hide our fears to avoid rejection. We hide our imperfections because we think we need to earn acceptance. But real connection begins where pretending ends. The moment you have the courage to say, "This is who I am. This is what I am carrying. This is where I need support," you create a possibility for genuine relationships. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It is an invitation to be known. And being known is one of the greatest forms of freedom. When you no longer have to perform, impress, or prove yourself, you can breathe. You can rest. You can connect from a place of honesty and authenticity. Now, meaningful relationships are built on truth, not perfection, not image, not convenience, but truth. A trusted friend who listens with compassion is more valuable than thousands of casual interactions. A heartfelt conversation can heal what years of silent suffering could not. A supportive community can remind you that you do not have to carry life alone. Now, human beings are wired for connection. Our emotional health depends on it. Our resilience grows through it. Our sense of purpose is strengthened by it. That is why one of the most courageous decisions you can make is to reach out. Send that message, make the call, accept the invitation, tell someone what you're going through. Connection begins when someone is willing to take the first step. And if you are in a season where you feel isolated, remember this: loneliness is a chapter, not your final destination. There are people who will understand you. There are communities where you belong. There are relationships waiting to be built. Sometimes healing starts by becoming the kind of person you're searching for. Be the friend who listens. Be the person who checks in. Be the one who makes others feel seen. When you give the gift of presence, you often discover that your own heart is healed in the process. Community does not happen by accident. It is created intentionally. One conversation, one act of random kindness, one honest moment at a time. And while technology can be a useful tool, it should never replace the power of real human connection. Sit across from someone, look them in the eyes, listen without distraction, share without fear. These simple moments have extraordinary powers. They remind us that we're not alone. They remind us that our struggles are shared. They remind us that hope grows stronger when it's carried together. If you feel lonely today, do not interpret that feeling as evidence that you are unlovable. Interpret it as a signal that your heart was created for connection. That longing is not a flaw. It is a part of what makes you human. And the beautiful truth is this: the same world that can feel isolating is also filled with people searching for the very connection you desire. Your honesty may be the bridge. Your courage may be the invitation. Your presence may be the answer to someone else's loneliness. Now, never underestimate the power of showing up. Never underestimate the healing that begins when people chooses to be real. You are not meant to walk through life alone. You were created for relationship. You were created to love and to be loved. You were created to belong. Make it count every single day when you wake up and when you are about to sleep. Life is too stressful living it alone. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today on The Truth and Freedom, and I look forward to continuing this journey of awareness, courage, and freedom with you in our next episode. Until then, my little friend, stay curious, stay awake, and stay free.